Today I'm going to be reviewing the collapsible version of the Impact Crate. I got my first Impact Crate about 2.5–3 years ago for my dog and also for my dog sitting business. There are certainly pros and cons to getting these crates, and I'm going to go over those today. The main pros are this is a very aesthetically good looking crate. Like, this is something that you could have in your living room and it's not going to look tacky. Assembly out of the box is very easy. It's probably the iPhone equivalent of dog crates. You don't really need instructions, you can just sort of do it. These crates are known for being durable, and I would say the one that I have has definitely lived up to that. There are no dogs that I know of that could get out of this crate or even damage it significantly, and many have tried. So those I would say are the main pros: looks, durability, and ease of assembly. The cons of this crate are the weight, the scratchy nail sounds, and the piping around the joints. The 48-inch length crate is almost 50 pounds. That's incredibly heavy for a dog crate. Something else that you'll notice pretty quickly about this crate is the sound that your dog's nails make when it's moving around inside the crate. You can certainly get some padding or something like that to put inside, but I find that if dogs are annoyed about being in there, they'll just tear it up. So it's definitely up to you. You can mitigate that sound a little bit, but it is going to be there and it can be a little bit annoying. And the last thing that I would say is maybe the only product defect that I've noted is that metal piping that goes around the edges and joints. I'll attach some pictures, but basically what's happening is there's a little aluminum rod that goes around the edges to connect the portion of the crate that collapses has started coming out a little bit. You can certainly push it back in. Maybe there's even a way to bend it so that it doesn't do that anymore, but that isn't something that should be occurring, especially for a product that is supposed to be this premium. I don't think that having this little metal rod sticking out is safe at all. Again, very fixable, but it's just not something that you should see at all for a crate that is supposed to be this good. One final note that's neither a pro nor a con is the sizing. So I have the 48-inch length crate. It's 27 inches wide, 33 inches tall. My Doberman is 106 pounds. He's about 28 inches at the withers, but that of course doesn't account for his head and ears, which are going to put him significantly above that 33 inches. So it's the perfect size if you need to put a dog his size in there for a little while in the house, or if you're needing to transport him in a crate. But I don't think that's a very comfortable long-term arrangement for a dog his size. He needs something significantly bigger than that, at least taller. So I tend to use this dog for dogs that are probably around the size of an 80 or so pound lab. That is the perfect max size for a dog using this crate. So that's just something to be aware of, that the sizing is probably going to be smaller than you would imagine. Overall, I definitely recommend these crates. They're definitely aesthetically pleasing, extremely durable. There are the downsides that I noted, but I would say that they're relatively easy to remedy. If you want to put down a pad on the floor of the crate so that your dog's nails aren't making a ton of sound. The aluminum piping issue is also very fixable. So overall, I would say this is definitely a good buy and something that I'll continue to use for my dog sitting business.